Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today, you guys, I wanted to make a video for you all about how to get into lifestyle modeling. I wanted to make this video because lifestyle modeling is the modeling that I kind of do on a weekly basis. And there are some great benefits to lifestyle modeling versus like high fashion modeling. And high fashion modeling is kind of companies like, Gucci and Chanel and Coach and kind of those higher end brands that are very, very expensive. While lifestyle modeling are companies kind of like Target and Walmart and Kohl's and JCPenney. They kind of have more of a happy, smiley, kind of more of a family-friendly, oriented brand to them. So that's kind of the difference between high-end fashion and lifestyle commercial modeling. And again, lifestyle and commercial modeling is something that I do on a weekly basis. And there are some great perks to lifestyle modeling, like it's less competitive because everybody wants to get into high fashion and everyone kind of wants to get into athleisure modeling too, so modeling athletic stuff. So high fashion and modeling athletic wear is very, very popular right now, and so it makes it very, very super competitive. Whereas lifestyle and commercial modeling, people don't usually say like, oh man, I really want to, model for, Walmart or Target or anything like that. So it's less competitive, but it pays also very, very well. So it's less competitive, pays really well, and the best thing about it is that there's less requirements. So to be like a high fashion model, you have to be probably at least 5'8". And for lifestyle modeling, I would say the shortest person I've ever met that was a lifestyle model was 5'4". So the height requirements are different. The weight requirements are different. Usually for high fashion modeling, it's changing nowadays, but for high fashion modeling, usually you have to be very, very thin. And for lifestyle, that's not how it is. You can be any weight, you can be thin, you can be curvy, it does not matter. And you can be any gender or color or age. So that makes it really, really nice. So it not only pays well, but it's less competitive and it's more forgiving on the requirements that you need to have to get into lifestyle modeling. So anyway, you guys, we're gonna jump into this video. Sorry for the long intro. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video. So for the first thing, you guys, is that you want to make sure that you meet the requirements. So if you guys look into any lifestyle magazine like Target or Walmart or Kohl's or JCPenney, you will see that they have a wide range of people in their magazines from every age and every color, every size. But there are requirements for those lifestyle models to have before they can get booked for those gigs to get into the lifestyle modeling world. So the first thing I will say, you guys, and I kind of touched on this a little bit, you should probably be at least 5'4" or taller. I am 5'6½", so I do meet that requirement. So I know that a lot of people might be shorter than that, but the great thing is it's not as strict of a height requirement compared to high fashion modeling, which again is like 5'8", if not taller. But what's really great is that it is like 5'4", probably to 5'4" to 5'5". If you are 5'3" or smaller, I would say then you can do lifestyle modeling, but it would be in the context of probably Instagram modeling. So contacting, brands over Instagram and getting a big social media following on Instagram, and you could still model for those brands and still do lifestyle modeling. I just don't know if a company like Target would ever book you for that, just because when you're modeling their clothes, they're going to have to hem their clothes for you so they fit you. And I'm not saying it's impossible for a company to hem to you, but it's just very difficult for the company to do that for every single model that they see walk in their door. So that is why there is a height requirement, at least for modeling. So the next requirement isn't really a strict requirement, but lifestyle models are usually models between the ages of 20 and 30 years old. Because when you do open a Target magazine, there are models in that magazine that are ages, 40 years old and up. And they're ages, teenagers to babies. So there is a large range of ages in the lifestyle modeling industry. So it's it's not a strict requirement to be ages 20 to 30, but usually they are. I would say there are more opportunities for people who are ages 20 to 30 in lifestyle modeling, but again, it's not a strict requirement. If you are younger than 20 or older than 40, you can still be in lifestyle modeling, I promise you, but just know that there might be a little bit more competition. The next thing you're going to want to do if you want to get into lifestyle modeling is to get some pictures taken of you. And this is nothing that you should spend a ton of money on. You can literally just have a friend or a family member take it off their phone or camera that they have. And these headshots, what you're gonna wanna do with them is you're gonna want to send them into an agency. So to find an agency, you're literally gonna wanna type into Google the biggest city that you're in and say agencies in that city. So agencies in Minneapolis, Minnesota, agencies in Houston, Texas, agencies in New York City. So whatever biggest city is near you, type that in and see if there's any agencies in that big city. Then with those photos that your friend took, you're going to want to apply to that agency. When you go on the agency's website, and please make sure your agency is a legit agency, but they will have a way to apply to their agency. Sometimes they do want you to fill out an online application and submit those photos. Sometimes they want you to literally print out those photos and mail them into them. So I would say whatever those requirements are, fulfill those requirements and then submit your application. If you do not hear back from them, one or two times, you have applied to that agency, or if you've applied to multiple agencies, if you have not heard back from them, I would say try to contact a photographer over Instagram. And I just say that because Instagram photographers are usually trying to build up their portfolio as well. So they're probably going to be a lot cheaper to get photos done, professional photos done with them, than it is to find someone who's a legit, real professional modeling photographer, which could cost up to like $400. But if you find someone over Instagram, they're usually a lot cheaper, if not free, because they're trying to build up their portfolio and you're trying to build up your portfolio. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. So I would say then go try to find a photographer on Instagram and try to get photos taken with them. After you get those photos taken with them, I would say then try to apply to those agencies once again. The next thing, you guys, is to build up your Instagram. Instagram is kind of like everything nowadays, and I cannot tell you how many times I posted on Instagram and I have used a hashtag Minneapolis model because I live in Minneapolis, so it's easy for a photographer or a brand or a company to come find someone who is, a model in Minneapolis. Otherwise, I will put hashtag Minnesota lifestyle model. And I cannot tell you guys how many times I've been contacted by brands and photographers and people who have found me over Instagram just from those photos and just using that hashtag. And I found a lot of work by doing this method. And the great thing about this way of getting booked for a gig is that you do not have to pay your agency that 20% cut for finding you the work, because the work literally came to you directly. You did not have to go through your agency to get that work. So it's a really, really great way to get work. All right, guys, so that is all I have for you guys. I hope this really helped you guys. Leave me any questions or comments you have down below. Lifestyle modeling for me, you guys, is like the best form of modeling because I feel like it's so laid back and chill, and you get to work with these huge companies like Target and Walmart and Kohl's and stuff. And so I absolutely love being a lifestyle model. And yeah, you guys, I really hope this video helps. Please leave me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you guys want to see more videos about modeling. But yeah, you guys, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.